You tell us that it's 87 teeth, and you also say that it's 10 pitch. Then you go on and say you have 27.332 repeat. So the first thing I needed to do was to check that repeat, because you didn't give me the pitch in linear measure, like 0.125 inches or something like that. And I suspected you meant DP, so here was the quick check, okay? All right. If your situation is 10 DP. Now, one day I'm going to talk about DP and all of that and what that means. But right now, I'll just do the math real quickly. 10 DP, that means 10 teeth per 1 inch diameter. Okay? So 1 inch diameter times pi equals 1 times 3.1416 equals 3.1416. And if it's 10 teeth and it's pi, I divide that by 10, and it's 0.31416. All right? And if it's 87 teeth times 87 equals 0.31416 times 87 equals 27.332 to 3 decimal places, and I kept the 5 decimal places, 4 and then 5 decimal places until the very end, and then I brought it back down to 3 decimal places. That involves a concept called significant figures, which maybe one day I'll talk about, but I'm not going to talk about in this video. But anyhow, and indeed, Antonio says 27.332 inch repeat. So I know now that he means DP and that his pitch is 0.31416 or to 3 decimal places, 0.314, or that's his overall repeat. All right, let's see what else. 5.20 bare cylinder diameter. Okay, now I looked at these numbers, Antonio, and then I look at the rest of what you say there, and that bare cylinder diameter actually includes 4 thousandths of an inch too much, okay, on purpose. The manufacturer is recommending that Antonio orders a bare cylinder diameter that when you put on 20 thousandths tape and then you put on 67 thousandths plate, brings it up to 8.520 inches. I mean, I'm sorry, to 8.704 inches, okay, instead of 8.700 inch pitch diameter. Now let's talk about that a minute. Okay, number one, this is what I asked about that, okay. Watch this. Why? Who said? Who said? Who said that he's supposed to put 4 thousandths impression? You need to ask that question. Why? What is the logic behind making the assembly of parts greater than the pitch diameter? I want to know that from the industry. I'd like to know that from cylinder manufacturers and from tape manufacturers. Now here's the other problem, Antonio. Your cylinder manufacturer is recommending too much diameter on purpose, right? But here's the thing. Your tape manufacturer, I think, is also saying 2 thousandths inch over. Here's what I found out from one tape manufacturer. I can't speak for all the tape manufacturers, but I sat down with representatives of a tape manufacturer that should know the answers to this question. And they tell me that if you order a tape that's 0.020 inches, they target 0.022 inches. That's their target. When they say 0.020, that's what they shoot for. I don't know about other manufacturers. This is one manufacturer I talked to, and I talked to people that should know this situation. So now, if your plate cylinder is 4 thousandths too big, and then that mounting tape, you have the cylinder, and then you have the mounting tape, and then you have 2 thousandths, 0.002 thousandths on this side too much, and 0.002 thousandths on this side too much, that's another 0.004 inches. So now if your your cylinder manufacturer makes it 4 thousandths over, and your tape manufacturer makes your situation 4 thousandths over, now what are you doing? There needs to be a communication. If it was my company and my cylinders, I want to talk to the tape manufacturers, and I want to say why and what are you doing, what are the numbers, and I want to talk to the cylinder manufacturer and say why, what are you doing, and what are the numbers. Then I'll make my own decision based on their explanation and what I think makes sense, and I arrive at the decision. And that's what your job is now. I can't give you that final number, but I can advise you to speak to these entities and find out why are you recommending these overimpression conditions. Okay? It's a very serious decision.